Merry Christmas, everybody. Kind of fun. We made it this far. You know, it was a heck of a year, wasn't it? And the year before, and the year before, and so on. So it's really great to be getting to this point where we imagine that we will be free of confinement, mask, etc. At some point, it will all be over, we think. And but I think we could use this season to re-inspire ourselves. Sometimes when there's enough stuff that, like it has been going on, it seems like when there's enough stuff, we begin to just push through and get to the end of our day, and maybe that's a great accomplishment and all we can do that day. But I think we all strive, or wish to strive at least, to live a more full and exciting and fulfilling life. And so many of the times when we get caught in this cycle of doing and not actually feeling the joy of it, it's because we're either tired, which can be a very big piece of it, or we're failing to take stock of our successes and appreciate what we have. That mental practice of looking at the good, essentially, what we have actually accomplished, though it may be, like in my case, I go through the day with a list in the morning and a very short list at night of things I've done out of that list. And it sometimes feels like, wow, am I just losing it, or has it always taken this long to do things? But we get to the end of the day, we don't necessarily have accomplished all that we wanted to accomplish, and so we don't celebrate what we have accomplished. We look at it and we go, oh, that wasn't enough. And likewise, with the stuff we have, or the good things that are in our life, we want more, and so instead of celebrating what we have, we kind of dismiss what's already present in our life. You see this a lot. I imagine I see this a lot at Christmas time when people are given gifts, and they get the gifts, and they go, yeah, but what I really wanted was real estate. You know, it's just not quite enough. I've had the experience recently of realizing that sometimes when I think I'm being extremely generous, other people can construe it as inadequate, right? You ever have that feeling? You give your best shot and they go, uh-huh, thanks. Right? No? Nobody here, I guess. Congratulations to all of you, because it has happened to me. And I think we have to realize that if we don't manage our minds, then we could get sucked into that feeling that the world is flat, that nothing is special, that all you can remember are the things that didn't go perfectly well. I've been asked quite often recently, how are you doing? And I always go, I'm okay, and then I look for the list where I'm lying, instead of the list where that is really true, right? Instead of looking for the good, I'm looking for what's missing. So, that's just a little warm-up for the next thing. Christmas, the birth of Jesus, as many of you know, probably didn't happen today. It probably happened some other time of the year. But because in Rome and in Europe, they had a big habit of celebrating the winter solstice or thereabouts, either by bringing in the Yule log in the Nordic countries, where they would bring in a giant log that would burn for 12 days, and their job was to eat and drink for 12 days. Or in Rome, where Saturnalia, they were celebrating that, and then finally Mithra, this god, was very important to them, was born on the 25th. And so it turns out that the Christian church didn't actually celebrate Christmas for about 400 years after Jesus. And then they decided to celebrate Jesus, and so they wanted people to go along with it, so they plopped it on top of a previous tradition. That previous tradition really included a lot of eating and drinking. It was more like Mardi Gras than Christmas. But it got people into it, and then the Puritans got a hold of it, and they threw Christmas out, because it wasn't in the Bible, and it was too raucous for them. So the people who landed at Plymouth Rock worked on Christmas Day when they first got here. But the people in Jamestown, the Southerners, they drank a lot and had a good time. So it's been a mixed thing. In the United States, we didn't actually celebrate as a country Christmas until the 1800s. And then it didn't become a national holiday until late in the 1800s. And so it hasn't always been here. It hasn't always been a big shopping day. It hasn't always been a day of celebration. People haven't had it off even from much of the history of this country. So aren't we lucky? Shouldn't we celebrate this with joy and excitement? That we have discovered that we can make a holiday out of somebody's birthday, even if we don't know when it is. Even it probably isn't his birthday. We can make a big deal out of this. We can enjoy family and friends by drawing them from across the country to see us on something we made up. We are making this life up. We're making the meaning of the days up. We're making this day in particular, we made it up as to what it means, and we still do. It's not about Mithra anymore, it's about Jesus. It's not about drinking all the time, it's about remembering your Christ presence. It's not about being too pure to have a good time, it's about enjoying family. So we have made this up. But it has meaning for us. And the same is true with our lives. We are making our lives up. And what we call it is what it becomes for us. The challenges we have, the successes we have, the way we interpret the facts of our life are what we experience. And so we could get a book on dreams and consider it the beginning of a brand new experiment or a great disappointment that we didn't get pearls. And so this practice of choosing to give good meaning, positive, uplifting, inspiring meaning to the events of our lives, random or deliberate events of our lives, this is part of the practice of maintaining a healthy mind and enjoying your life. That this is how we make Christmas fun instead of a burden.
I hope you got something out of today's service. We intend to bring you things that will help you in your life become more of who you want to be, give you the freedom of forgiveness and the hope of expectancy that your life will unfold in a way that brings you joy, happiness, and is a contribution to the world. If you would like to contribute to this ministry, please go to unitytriangle.org, hit the donate button, and it will lead you into an easy way of doing that. We thank you for your attention and look forward to seeing you again here.